Welcome to King's College London. Today we're going to talk about the study abroad visa application process for study abroad students coming to King's for either a semester or for the academic year. King's College London has an office of student advisors that are part of the information and advice team at King's College London. They receive regular training on immigration issues and are well versed in helping with the visa and immigration process. They are also members of the UKCISA, and they provide one-to-one and group advice on immigration, housing, money, and general life in the UK. So feel free to reach out to them. When you are getting ready to do your visa application, you can also prepare it a little bit ahead of time. Submit your visa and then prepare to study in the UK, making sure that you have asked any questions that you may have about the process. Check your email inbox for an invitation to enroll online, and then also check out the Study Abroad Office website for information on induction, which is what we call orientation. Now, what kind of visa do I need? Do I need a Tier 4 or do I need a student visa? This really depends on how long you'll be in the UK, how long you want to stay, and if you want to work while you're in the UK. A student visitor visa must be for someone who's coming to the UK for 6 months or less, and they're for non-visa nationals, and they are free when you arrive in the airport. The drawback is that you cannot extend your time in the UK past one semester, and you cannot undertake any work, either paid or unpaid, while you're at King's. So, if students are coming for over 6 months, they must obtain a Tier 4 student visa before traveling. Otherwise, you may choose to apply for a Tier 4 visa in advance, or you can enter as a student visitor. Again, student visitors cannot work at all, paid or unpaid. And if you are a student doing an internship, you must obtain a Tier 4 student visa before you arrive in the UK. When you enter as a student visitor, you must make it clear that you want to enter as a student visitor. If you want to study on a general visitor visa, that's actually illegal and you could be deported. So ensure when you arrive in the UK at Heathrow Airport that you have in your hand luggage a student visitor letter from King's stating that you're going to be studying abroad at King's for one semester, proof of funds so that you know that you can support yourself, and evidence of your intention to leave and return home. And that could be proof of a course ending or a flight ticket home. If you want to obtain a Tier 4 student visa, you're going to need your CAS or CAS number for King's. This is your confirmation of acceptance of studies letter, and we'll be sending that to you in June. You also need to show proof that you will meet the financial requirements and that you'll meet the academic requirements. You're going to need your passport, some photos, and then payment for your visa. The application forms are all online and you can download them. Make sure that you also read the Tier 4 guidance very carefully. What is a CAS number? A CAS number is a unique reference number that corresponds to the information about you and your course. It's accessible via the UKVA when you make your visa application. It includes your name, your date of birth, your nationality, and your passport number. It also talks about the college that you'll be attending, your course name, and your date. Make sure that you read over your CAS number carefully and check it for errors. Make sure that it says Miss or Mr. Make sure that it's also written in the correct format for your birthday. So that will be day, then month, then year. Errors must be changed and corrected before you can apply for your visa. And your passport details must be up to date, so please make sure that your passport is valid up to 6 months after the end of your program. If you've not received your CAS number or if there are any errors, you need to contact the admissions office, and that's studyabroad-admissions@kcl.ac.uk. U.S. nationals applying or Canadian nationals are considered low-risk nationals. You'll not need to show all of your documents up front, but you may be required to provide them once you actually arrive in country. You'll sign a form confirming that your documents are available and make sure that you have them with you because you may be asked for them later. You must show that you have enough money to cover your fees and in the CAS and up to £1,020 for each month that you'll be in the UK for a maximum of up to 9 months. So if you're funding yourself, they must be in an account for at least 28 days without dropping at any point before you apply. If you're getting a scholarship or financial aid, you can use your official letter showing your award amount as proof of funding. If you're getting a federal loan, your loan letter from your home institution is also okay. And if you're self-funding, you need an original bank statement showing funds for 28 days. Make sure that you check the guidelines online for this. If your parents are funding your study abroad experience, their bank statement also needs to show proof of funding, and it has to show a connection to you. And that would be via your original birth certificate. How do you apply for the Tier 4? You complete and submit your online application, and you print it out and then you sign it. You can also make your payment online, and you can book an appointment online to give your biometrics, which is a scan of your retina and your fingerprints at an application support center. You mail your application to the UKVI in New York, and please look at this link below for more information about applying for a UK visa specifically from the US. How long does it take to get my visa? It usually varies depending on the time of year, but it's usually around a 3-week turnaround for students applying from the U.S. You can check the current status of your application at this link, but make sure you leave plenty of time to get everything together, and you need to wait 28 days for the money to show in your account. For one semester students, the length of the course plus 1 week is how long that you can be there, and you have a right to work for 20 hours a week. If you think the length is wrong, check with the embassy before you travel, or come and see a student advisor as soon as you arrive at King's. Sometimes there are errors on this. A student visitor will be stamped into the country and can stay for up to 6 months out of a 12-month period. Your visa will start 1 week before the start of your course, and students should not arrive before your visa start date. If you need to travel earlier, please contact a student advisor at advice@kcl.ac.uk for further information. The student visitors, you need to leave within your 6-month time frame, so make sure that you don't arrive any earlier than 6 months before your end date. When you book your plane ticket, it may be more cost-effective for you to travel via Ireland and connect either via Cork, Limerick, or Dublin. Do not do this. Ireland has a special relationship with the UK called the Common Travel Area, and there's no border control. You will not have the correct stamp, and you will not activate your visa if you arrive via Ireland. You can arrive via any other country in the European Union, but if you arrive via Ireland, you'll be forced to leave the country and go to somewhere like Paris or Belgium, and then return to the UK, again, at your own expense, so do not travel via Ireland. Can I work? Tier 4 students can work up to 20 hours a week, and students holding a student visitor visa are not allowed to work at all. You cannot be self-employed. You cannot take up a full-time permanent position or work as a professional sports person or entertainer while you're studying in the UK. And remember, student visitors, you cannot work or intern at all, even if it's unpaid. Your visa is issued for study at King's College London only, and you won't be able to enroll in any other university under this visa. And you won't be able to enroll at King's if you've obtained a visa for some other program. You cannot enroll in the university if you have entered as a general visitor either, so make sure that you are entering as a student visitor visa, on a student visitor visa at least. King's is obliged to report you to the UKVA if you fail to attend, enroll, defer, or withdraw, or change your mode of study, course, or institution. So make sure that your information is always up to date. These are some handy links. The first one is the Immigration and Advice website for on-campus students. They also have a Facebook page where you can chat with other current students. The next one is about Tier 4 visa and immigration guidance. And then applying through the USA is another link for you. Immigrations can be complicated, so make sure that you reach out for help in case you have questions. The email is advice@kcl.ac.uk. You're also welcome to call. You can chat with other students via the Facebook page as well. Well, we thank you for joining us about the webinar on immigration and visa advice and support. Again, if you have any questions, we're happy to help. And we look forward to welcoming you to King's.